Hello, everyone, and welcome to Faith Unfiltered and Resilient podcast. Here we discuss many different things, and this podcast may be triggering to some viewers. Please be aware that each conversation is unique, and there may be discussions of sexual assaults, drug usage, and mental health episodes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Faith Unfiltered and Resilient podcast. I'm so excited. It's been way too long since I have recorded a pod. I have been trying, though. I've been trying to get things set up differently. Things have been definitely busy. So I guess I'll start by just saying what I've been doing lately and like where things have been. I actually got offered a new job with my same company, but I will be getting paid more, and it's a new position to where I'll be helping neurodivergent children in the community and just connecting them with resources and supporting families. So I'm super excited but super nervous, but I know that God has placed me exactly where I need to be. So I'm super excited. And I started 2 new classes this week. So I'm taking psychopathology and clinical social work. So one step closer to getting my MSW and my graduate degree. So definitely been busy keeping up with all the personal things and being a mom and all that fun stuff. And it's fucking crazy, but I love it. I am super blessed, and I wouldn't want to not have all this stuff in my life to do. It just definitely can get overwhelming. So with that being said, I have definitely been giving myself more grace and actually learning how to do that. And with doing that it's not the easiest because I'm so used to just being automatically hard on myself and being like, no, you have to do this, you have to push through it. And it just hasn't that I've been getting by doing that, but it hasn't been beneficial mentally, and I'm just putting too much strain and stress on myself that I don't really need to do. So it's been more harmful than helpful, but because I've been so successful, you could say, and getting this stuff done, not I've been accomplishing stuff, I'm like, oh, it's okay, well, it's working, but is it really, or are you just stressing yourself out, being mean to yourself, and getting by because you're smart, you're not stupid by any means, but I make a lot of shit harder on myself, and my friends tell me all the time, and so I'm learning. I'm like, well, I don't know how to not make it harder on myself. What do I do? And with that understanding and process that I've been working through, and my spiritual connection with Christ and God, and just having good friends and being a friend to myself, I'm learning that it is actually really simple. It's not easy, but it is actually really simple to live the life that God has for me and to live a functional, healthy life. It's just breaking all of the old toxic patterns that I do internally and externally. So it's simple, but it's not easy. Let me tell you, what shit is not fucking easy. But I'm just what I've been doing is just using my resources and the tools that God has given me, like my friends, my school, my school system, my uh employment system, my coworkers and stuff, and I've just been really being intentional about things. So it I'm not gonna lie, I've had some rough mental days where I'm just stuck in my head, but then I realized that's really all that it is. I'm just stuck in my fucking head, and that is such a dangerous place to be when it's not a beautiful place to be. You can be stuck in your head sometimes as long as you don't stay there long and as long as you make it a nice place to be. So my being in my head's not always nice. It's mean, it's critical, it's harsh, it's demanding, and it's just not a nice place to be. So I've been really working and doing the work to make it a nice place to be. So, like I said, I've been using my tools and using my resources, but really it's just putting in the fucking work yourself and sitting with uncomfortable feelings and figuring out why. If something's bothering you, you have to really dig deep to be like, why is this bothering you? And it's not about going backwards or focusing on the past or anything. It's about figuring out, why am I being triggered, or why am I being um like, why am I upset? Why am I over joyous right now? Like, why what is making me feel this way, and like, why am I having these obsessive thoughts? Like, what is it that I can't put down? And I'm not perfect, and I'm not perfect, and I'm not like, I'm still learning. So I'm very knowledgeable, but there's also a lot of things I don't know, and I'm not going to ever know everything. But I'm just taking it one step at a time. I I tend to focus on the bigger picture too much, and I tend to focus on, like, I tend to have expectations of myself and others that are not realistic at all, and really there should be no expectations, but I've been struggling on how to put those expectations down. How do I not have expectations? And it's literally as simple as, you just don't. But how do I, like, tell my brain that that's been this way for so long and is used to this stuff, and it's been a defense mechanism, and it's gotten me this far. So how do I put that shit down and pick up new things? How do I pick up new habits, new ways of thinking? And it's, you just fucking do it. Like, my whole life, I've wanted a magical wand for someone to be like, yes, so this is why you act this way, and this is why this is going on. And so I'm like, okay, so now fix it for me. Like we know why, so now how do I wake up one day and just don't have to do it? And like, don't have to do it the hard way. And this past the past year, I've realized there is no magical wand. There's no somebody that's going to come save you. Like, it is, like, for me, it's Jesus that has died on the cross for me to give me to give my my worries and my stress and all that stuff to him. But Jesus also, with finding my spiritual connection, he doesn't do all the work for you. He gives you the ability to not walk through it alone, and he gives you the tools, and he's there for you, but you have to do the work still. You still have to choose to to live a to live the life through him. Like, you have all these choices. We're human, right? And it's just, my spiritual connection has been helping me so much. And when I'm angry or frustrated, I talk to him, and when I'm happy and I'm thankful, I talk to him, and it's helped me a lot. But I still was like thinking, well, now that I found Christ in a different way and I'm more spiritually connected, like, all my problems are going to go away, right? And it's like, absolutely not. So I've just been figuring it out, not even each day, it's like each moment. I've got so much shit that goes on in this fucking big old head of mine that I can't even focus on the day. I have to focus on the moment, because I've learned, one little moment that is a negative moment to me, or that I take personally, or I take in the wrong way, if can and has affected my whole fucking day. And I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not taking shit personal anymore. I'm not taking shit in negative ways anymore. Like, I'm not going to sit here and fucking marinate in some bullshit that really is not even that deep. So I'm literally just like, I'm not fucking doing it anymore. Just simple as that. Like, I'm just not going to do it. And like I said, it's simple, but it's not easy, because you have to be self-aware. You have to understand. So then when you're self-aware, you have to be like, all right, so I'm self-aware, I'm noticing this. Then you have to actually stop, think, and be intentional about your next moves. And then when your whole mind and body and soul are telling you to do one thing, you have to fight that and be like, no, but I'm not gonna do that. And you have to be intentional and you have to slow down. And I'm telling myself this again because I've got to have the reminder. But I have to slow down and I have to be intentional and I have to stop and think and then actually do the action that is so foreign to me. And that is, I said, it's not fucking easy. Like, I will just repeat that till the day I die. It is not easy, but it is worth it. And the hard work and doing what you need to do to live a functional, successful, healthy life is so fucking worth it. Like, when I tell you, it is it is so worth it. And even when I have my hard moments, I'm just being nice and kind to myself and being like, you know what is something, so when I'm having my hard moments, I'm being hard on myself. I've been doing I need to have a reset. So I need to go on a walk. I need to listen to some good songs. I need to have a good conversation with some friends. And recently, like with my friends, I've been telling them like, listen, I marinate in my bullshit too much, so I need to be cut off at a certain time. Like you have like 3 to 5 minutes to talk about something. Like I need to vent, get it off, and then I need to move the fuck on because I'm tired of marinating in this bullshit. Because I marinating in it, even talking to my friends and doing all this stuff, and just venting and just bullshitting about it. I'm like, I can't do this anymore because I'm talking about it in my head, and then I'm talking about it with you, and then there's no space to move on. There's no transition. How the fuck do I reset? How do I get out of my fucking head? So literally I've realized it's so simple. You just get out of your fucking head. You do the work to not be there anymore. You do the grounding things. Like, and so like so this past week I got caught up because I was sick and I'm still kind of sick. You can kind of hear it in my throat. I can feel it in my fucking throat. Um, but so my throat and my head have been hurting a lot because this cold weather, I love the cold weather, but in Florida, it sucks because it goes back and forth to hot and cold so much. Well, it's fucking with me. So the other day, I had to actually I really didn't feel good. My body, I did not have the energy in me. It was like a Sunday. Um, and I just didn't have the energy in me to do anything. So it's Sunday, I didn't have my kid. I literally just kind of sat around and just was feeling mopey and sad. And instead of like putting on a good show or coloring or sitting outside, instead of doing that, I sat around in my fucking head and it was not a good place to be. And I struggled and I was like, fuck this, dude. It was so bad. I just I just go to the worst case scenarios about any relationship, about school, about work, about anything. And I'm like, what the fuck, Fate? So the next day I'm like, I don't have it anymore. I don't have it to give. So I'm learning, there's times where I feel like I'm taking 2 steps back, but then instead of staying 2 steps back or going even further, I take 10 steps forward and I learn, okay, this is what I did. And this is how I can prevent that next time. And that's what I'm learning. And I'm talking to my therapist and I'm talking to my friends and I'm just being my own best friend and my own therapist and showing up for myself and appreciating being filled with gratitude and just doing the work. And I've just been caught up in it. And it's been so because I'm so caught up in doing all this stuff and focusing on school and work, mostly work, school just started, and just focusing on things and trying to get my life together in a fucking day, literally is what it feels like. I get so caught up in that I don't do the things that make me happy and like doing the podcast, and I get caught up in trying to survive because that's what my brain and body's used to, that I'm not actually living my life. So that is this year what I'm doing. This year I am not taking shit personal and I am just going to go with the flow more, and be successful. I'm already successful in a lot of areas of my life and I've got so much, but this year is the year of fucking success for me. Like, I'm going to be proud and be happy and actually acknowledge my success and live in it and enjoy my fucking life. So, I'm as much as I'm enjoying the little things and getting better, um, like, I still have my rough days, and I think that's gonna be for the rest of my life. I don't think I know that's gonna be for the rest of my life. There's gonna be days that I am fucking up here and I'm fucking spectacular, and then there's gonna be days where I'm feeling I'm at my lowest and at my rock bottom, but in reality, I'm not. Like, I'm not I have a home, I have a car, I have a job, I have my health, I have my son's health, I've got great friends. Like, I'm so fucking beyond blessed, and I just been having to remind myself of that. So, yeah, that's just where I'm at. This is not gonna be long at all. I just needed to get back in the flow of things and just remind myself that I'm here and this is what I want to do. And oh my goodness, let me tell you the epiphany. Ow. I just fucking hit my head. Okay, sorry. But let me tell you the fucking epiphany that I have had. Okay, so I'm just like, because I've been praying a lot where I'm like, God, I just want to live the life that you have for me, Lord. Like, I understand more of certain things, and like I understand what my life is what I'm here for. I understand more of my purpose, and I've always kind of known my purpose is here to help other people and serve other people. And I'm like, God, well, how do I do that? I don't know how to help these people. I don't know how to help. If I can't help myself, how do I help these people? Like, with work and with school, and like I'm in school to be a social worker. So I want to be there for my friends. I want to be there for my son. I need to show up for these people. And the epiphany and like my connection with God and Christ has been like, well, you have to show up for yourself first. And you have to believe in yourself before you can believe in anybody else. And when you fill your cup up and you take care of you, because the person that I already am, I'm going to be able to serve others. I'm going to be able to show up for people because that's who I am. And so bring your energy back, bring it to yourself, take care of yourself, and you think everything will work out the way it is intended. But me stressing about my job and if I'm going to be successful, me stressing about school and if I'm going to be successful in school, and me stressing about my being a mom, and like everything, like all my stressors come from, am I going to be able to do it? And you know what my coworker told me? He was tired of my BS this day. He was tired of it. He was like, and I needed to hear it exactly how he said it because it has stuck in my head. He goes, Faith, I do not understand why you have all this anxiety about everything. And he wasn't saying it harshly. He wasn't saying it mean. He was like, every single thing that has been thrown at you and given to you, you have succeeded in. So why in the hell are you stressing about this stuff when you are you're going to do it. You're going to accomplish it. There's not been one thing that you have not accomplished. And if it wasn't for me, then it wasn't for me. That was a difference. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, you might be on to something here. Oh, so that is, like I said, I've just got some good people in my life, and I've just been more listening to them um than listening to myself, because I lead with emotion, and I lead with feelings and emotions 90% of the time, and it's getting better. Some days it's more like 70% of the time, okay? Um and I'm learning that, like, the true living that, and I've said this so many times, I've said it for years. Your feelings are valid, but they are most times not always reality. Um and even if they are reality, I don't want to lead with them. I don't want to lead with anger and hurt. If my feelings are valid, absolutely, but that doesn't mean that I need to lead in what I'm feeling right then. Like how they say, like, you don't discipline or spank your child when you're angry. I use that. I'm learning to use that with everything. You don't make decisions when you're sad. You don't make, when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're overwhelmed, when you're overwhelmed with joy, you don't make decisions. You don't make decisions when you're horny. Like, there's certain things that you don't like. We need to not lead with emotions as much. So, yeah, I've definitely been learning with all of that. Um, and there's something else I was gonna say. But I am about ready to wrap this up. Um, I really just kind of touched base on everything I wanted to this time. I've got lots more podcast ideas. Um, I'm just gotta fucking do it. I just gotta quit with the, oh, I'll get to it, because that's what I'll say. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna record a pod this week. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I just gotta do it. So now that I've got more of a podcast area set up, I'm going to start doing more. Now that I got my Christmas tree down, I'm gonna move this bookcase as well. There's just some things that I need to rearrange and get out. And then I just needed to have my little area set up so that way when I'm feeling the Holy Spirit, or I'm feeling like I got something I need to say, I can sit down and I can do it. So that's what I'm doing. So, all right. I hope you guys have a very happy January, and things are starting to just the process, not the process, but the beginning of our new 2025 year. Hope everybody's having an amazing, blessed year. I am super excited, but also super nervous to see how this next year goes. But I am focusing about right now, and I am enjoying the process and enjoying where I'm at. And I'm never ever gonna be here again. Like, I'm never ever gonna live another, what is today? The 7th? I'm never ever gonna live another January 7th, 2025. So I'm enjoying today. And I pray and I send good vibes and love to all of you guys, that you guys are doing the same, and that you're being intentional, and that you're living the amazing life that we have been gifted with. And I thank you guys all so much. You guys have a great week, and thanks for listening. Tune in. Please like, share, and follow, guys. I am so blessed with this platform, and I just want to my goal is to help other people not feel so alone, and should just be, so I know I'm about to go. I am getting out of peer support. So I was a peer support specialist. Now I'm going to be a caseworker. But so I just know how valuable it has been to be a peer support, and I just kind of like, this podcast makes me feel like that for others, because I've listened to podcasts that have made me feel that way. And so I just want to be a peer support for other people, and just help other people not feel so alone. And I know there's other people who have gone through similar things as me and feel very similar ways. And I just want you guys to know you're not alone. You are strong. We have got this, and we are breaking generational curses, and we are living a life and that we deserve, and breaking that for our children and giving them a life that they don't have to heal from. So thank you guys so much. For real, bye this time, and stay blessed. Bye, y'all.